Hey guys, checking in with you guys to do a really quick translation to see where your overall energy is at, where our blind spots are at, and to do any confirmations if needed. I'm gonna use the Oracle deck. I'm gonna pull from Tarot and Traveling deck and see what's going on. So remember to like and subscribe, share if you feel the need, so we all can get what we need. I guess we're gonna start with travel. Not travel. Maybe travel. I'll start with travel because I said I'm gonna start with travel. I was about to say tarot, but I said travel, so we're gonna start with travel really quick. Let's see what's going on. That was weird. That card just flipped. Be on guard. Be on guard. Put on the brakes. Resting in God's lap. And are you thirsty? Ay, ay, ay. Nose is tingling again. What the fuck it is? Be on guard. For that to be the first card that came out is intriguing because before I even begin this translation, I was feeling the energy of discernment. And it's just like, not discernment. It was another word. I can't think of the name of it at the moment. It's intriguing. Discernment might be important because I said it once again. Not meaning to say something, but I said it. That's another word I was thinking of. Deceit. That's what it was. And being on guard is going in the same aspect. And it's coming off as like a manipulation or a confusion type of an aspect. And it's intriguing, honestly. For that to be guard, to be the first card to come out. Put on the brakes, you gotta stop something you're doing. Resting in God's lap. Gonna be receiving energy in the dark. And are you thirsty? Are you seeking? Are you seeking? You're gonna receive the answers in the dark. Whether it's coming through watching my translation that I'm doing, you may hear it through music. You may watch a movie, you may hear it through the news, you may have it in dream form. You're going to receive it in that form of a way, even though it's like, that's not dark, you know. That's how energy in the dark works, where it's not really dark, there's always light. And put it on the brakes, you got to stop something you're doing, as I just said. But there's something you got to be on guard of. It's coming in a confusion aspect. A couple more, then I'm going to go over to tarot. What energy already, I must say. Why keep flipping up like that? You're special. So being on guard. This is taking me back into that same energy that I'm recognizing that we're in. It's a take you off your faith aspect, if that makes sense. Like to knock you off track. It's like testing the faith aspect of energy. And I honestly received this through the news aspect. I was watching news. I normally don't watch the news, but there be times where I get called to go watch the news, see what's going on, you know. And it was coming in that energy where they were letting people go. But faith had a big part in that. It's like a blind spot that they want to stay a blind spot. And they just let people go because of that. It's intriguing. It's kind of hard to explain, but as they would say, it's a spiritual warfare going on, as always. But of course, it's intensified right now because it's their time. It's always eternal side, the visible world time. But it's like, it's holiday time, yo. Big holidays. Their real time of the year. You know, so they out here heavy. Flasher's prayer, and it's right up under put on the brakes. I Something's wrong. This is the same energy as into the foolery. You're driving in your car and something's wrong with your car. You put those little hazard lights on, and people behind you or around you see like those lights flash, and that's something's wrong. It's that same energy. Something's wrong in your foundation, and you gotta stop and pay attention to it. And you're gonna get the answers in the dark when you stop. This is one. It's coming in energy also as to you may lose your job or something of that nature, just so you can receive the answers that you need. It's like you're missing something because you're distracted. But when you stop, then you're going to have more clarity. You're going to see where there were problems that you just were missing. You were present in it, but was missing. That's intriguing. That's intriguing. Definitely intriguing. Alright, what's this one? Need a lift. Let's go with resting in God's lap. It's in the dark. Some answers you need. You're seeking answers. So you gotta stop to be able to receive. That's also coming in like a meditation form. You literally have to stop to receive. And that came out double. Are you thirsty and do you need a lift? It's seeking answers. It's like you having your caution light on. That's funnily beautiful, I must say. It's like having your caution light on in your car and somebody stopping you, or they pull over because you're pulled over, and they asking you if you need help. It came out double. This is seeking, and somebody's asking you, do you need help? Do you need answers? But it's in the dark. It's going to come in the dark how it's going to play out. Whether you just blind spot, I say, oh my God, you pulled over, I didn't know I was going to stop, However it goes. It's going to go in that form of a way. But it came out double in the same deck aspect. So that's intriguing. You may be ignoring help, but you're seeking at the same time. Who's following you? God's special helpers. There's people that's going to help you. Just you. You may be ignoring it. You may be rejecting help as you're seeking. And it's coming towards you, but you're rejecting it. We're going to move over to tarot to see what's going on deeper. Or to confirm this energy, the traveling aspect. Be on guard. This card still got my attention. That's important. It's in reverse. That's exactly what it is. You're seeking and you're receiving answers and you're ignoring it. Your help came out in reverse. Things coming together is in reverse. It's like it's not coming together because your seeking is coming towards you and you ignore it. Or say, no, I'm good, or something of nature. You're rejecting it. Sad sicko mode. The World card is in reverse. Put on the brakes. Flasher's prayer. Something's wrong. Things ain't flowing the way they're supposed to. You got deodorant on my doggone arm. Pardon me. I put deodorant on, I slid it on. I tried to wipe it all off, but I just looked down and seen it was there again. Guess I won't be having sweaty breasts, huh? But anywho, let me stay on track. It just caught my attention. Like, what the fuck is that? It's deodorant. I should try to wipe it off. We're just gonna leave it there and just ignore it. Okay. Anywho, that's intriguing for both of these cards to come out in reverse, yo. That's so not good. It's probably why it's be on guard and put on the brakes. Things ain't flowing the way they're supposed to. Oh, another card for this World card in reverse. Ending. Yep, something's gonna end for sure. It's gonna end. The Death card come out. Something has to end for you to recognize the problem. You're missing it. That's going on. Be on guard and you're special. I guess the way you're going to recognize it once you're stopped. You're going to see it was a blessing. You might be irritated at first, but you'll recognize it as a blessing. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, justice is coming to you. On the eternal side, but it's going to be clear because it's in our realm, I want to say, but it's going to come probably like in a movie or music. Because the Knight of Swords came out. This is justice, but it's a Knight card. I want another card for this energy. Knight of Swords. The Magician, yep. That's the first card I flipped up. That's funny. You got the Magician card. It's coming through a movie or music, which will lead you into your next steps to figure out whatever it is. But it's the eternal side that did it, which is funny because I just recently talked about this in a video I just recorded, I believe, yesterday, when I was saying it's a good time to act on that because the eternal side is giving you messages. And I was speaking about my cousin actually, but just in general because I do like Magician. My nose has been bothering me in my last couple of recordings. It's been intriguing, yo. Like, my nose keep tingling. It's weird. I find myself being drawn to magicians, people who like music, beats. But as I was saying, I was speaking about my cousin, and my mind is like going to a little pause for a minute because he actually sent me a message and it appalled me a little bit, honestly. I wasn't even going to speak on it, but now that my mind is like drifting off and thinking about what he said, I woke up to a text that was saying, you know, our family don't communicate or don't talk back to each other. And it's like, yo, don't compare me to them because I communicated back with you. I gave you a whole section in my translation that I was doing about you. You just have to pay attention. You have to learn me and realize how I operate because I responded back. You know, you just don't know me and how I operate. So it kind of appalled me, like, yo, why don't compare me to them? I responded back in a way that I noticed that you pay attention to, you know, and actually relate to, which is the way I operate, where I share on my social media. Has intrigued my mind, really started drifting off into almost an irritation mode. But, you know, self-control, you know, but just caught me off guard to wake up to a text that said that, like, yo, why are you heartbroken? Quit being weird. I did respond back. Pay attention. But, anywho. That's my mind, but that spirit, yo, spirit be on it. But, music. It's a good time if you're a magician or even do movies or however you receive energy from the eternal side to act on it because they're giving you messages that's going to help you and other people. And this is the same energy. It's the magician aspect, how it's going to happen, how you're receiving messages that's guiding you. But it seems like everyday life, you know, people love me. It's like, why are you relating to that music? Like, why do you feel so connected to those words? Why are you so connected to this movie? Like, what are you getting out of it, you know? Some people do just watch it just to watch it. Once I have learned that I receive through movies or just ways that I receive, it's hard for me just to watch a movie without getting the message in it. You know, it feels like a waste of time just to watch it, which is weird to me, honestly, but I do see the benefit in it. Like, I'm never just watching something for no reason or listening to something for no reason. I always get messages out of it. And that's the same way that this is going to go. But it's coming in a magician form, because you wouldn't have expected it, I guess. Got the Knight of Wands, yeah. All this communication is in reverse right now. Divine communication is in reverse. Probably because you're going to receive it in a way that you're not expecting it. That could be Hangman thinking. As you might be thinking, I don't know, it's hard to just... A little bit when I do the overall energy translation, it do get a little confusing. So it's like, it's hard to be just specific when I'm doing the overall. And you gotta use your own discernment in that aspect. But you may just be expecting somebody to call you on the phone, or a doctor to tell you, and it's like, I watched the movie and they just told me my whole damn life, yo. It's coming in that form of a way, because the eternal side is the actual healer that's gonna give you what you need. That's the intriguing, awesome part. And this is more divine communication in the reverse. And then dwelling. Okay. We got dwelling energy. Never my favorite energy, honestly. Where is this at? I'll put it on the brakes. Something ending. It's going to have you dwelling for a minute. But once you turn, you're going to realize, why that had to happen. It's kind of funny because I actually just shared a message like this and it came through a movie form. And it was saying like the journey of self is like eternal, it's always ongoing, but in between is like the actual life, like the things you learn in between that part is life aspect. And it's like, this is that. Like, it seemed like you thought whatever you were at was the best, and it's not. That's the intriguing part. I feel like I want to get more into what I just was talking about, but I already shared it, and I don't want to really mix this at the time. But that message was a real deep one. It actually helped me a lot in recognition for myself and other people who actually text themselves. It's like, you really are connected to somebody when it comes to finding yourself, the journey of self. You already are communicating with them. But will y'all ever come into like a frequency of running literally into each other within this lifetime? Will y'all find each other this lifetime? Y'all already connected. But will y'all find each other? Is your faith strong enough where y'all can navigate together? Where it's not, I don't know if I should use the word an illusion, because it really is happening. People do it all the freaking time. I do it myself, unawarely realizing what I was doing. Even though I feel like I have found that person, it's like we still are separated. And I have watched my other translators, and they say they do the same thing, and it's like, and I actually picked it up and I did share it in the translation as to, she probably is talking to the person she's meant to be with. It's just, we all ever come across each other? Or is it going to always be in a form where people say, if you're looking at the moon, there's somebody on the other side looking at the moon. Y'all frequencies are drawn to each other, but will y'all ever come together? Like, that's the intriguing part, and that's a level of awareness that is getting intensified where you will run into them. And it's intriguing because y'all might be in total different states and everything, overseas, and y'all somehow can come together. Because that's how y'all already communicated. It's an original way of doing it. It's just the best way I can explain it is, I guess we get too spoiled sometimes with social media, telephones, that we forget the original way of how things go. And with so much separation happening, that has happened, we all over the place. Intuitive people, we separated, but we still connected to each other. And the thing is, can we draw ourselves back together? But what was I saying? Dwell in energy, because something's going to end, but something's wrong. That's why something has to end. The death card came out twice. It came out twice too. Are you thirsty? And do you need a lift? You got two endings that came out. Something has to stop, and somebody is trying to help you, and you ignoring it. That's no good. You don't want to be the boy that cried wolf. That's no boy, no. And that's what this energy feel like. The Hermit. You got the Enters. You already know. You just may be trying to ignore it. Put on the brakes and in the dark. That's intriguing. Either you really do not know this, or you're trying to ignore it. You may be suppressing feelings that you already know. Because you get the Hermit card. You know the answers within. I wanted a card for that. You might really not know. It's going to take that something to stop for you to recognize it. That's intriguing. What was that? Seeing a card flip up. Alright, it's the one that fell. The Star card. This energy gonna be obvious. It's gonna be obvious. That's probably why it came out you're special, because you have the answer. You may do work like me, honestly, or just a natural creator in a different form. You may do music, you may do movies, you may write books. You have the answer in that form of a way. That's why it's so bright. That's why going within is what's needed. That's why whatever you're doing ain't having you be a lighthouse at the moment. Because you're meant to be a star. That's intriguingly awesome. You're gonna be your own freaking magician. That's amazing. Try what if World card is in reverse. That's so intriguing. And also I felt the energy of, you know this already. Like you know, either you're supposed to be doing something else, or you know it's a problem in another area. I feel like it's both of those energies, honestly. So intriguing. Those are so important. Both of those aspects. Beautiful, honestly. You're gonna bring a balance. Like a lighthouse. Well, that's this Death card. That's two. I'm gonna grab both of those. That's three, actually. Three. The Fool card. You don't want to let something go. You're in your own wave. Got the Moon card and divine communication, yo. You don't want to let something go. But you have to grow in the best growth form ever. There's your cups lined up, but you got your hands crossed like, You're in your own way. The Moon card. You have the answers. You have the in the dark answers. I hope I explained that right. You have the in the dark answers. You're somebody else's enters. And not only are you somebody else's enters, you're your own enters. And the eternal aspect is giving it to you. They're giving you divine communication. That they're going to be speaking to you in what form to go, what form to create, and all that. Did that come out twice? The moon card come out twice. Yeah, it did. It came out in traveling, and you got it in tarot. These are double energies. The important energies are doubled. Endings doubled. Help doubled. In the dark energy doubled. This is doubled energy. That's that here and after. The eternal aspect and something in the present is both aspects is getting your attention. This is beautiful. I think I'm gonna grab from the Oracle now. Super beautiful. Just making this world card in reverse so understandable now. Because help. Let's go with what I explained just a little bit ago when I said it's a faith tester. I think that's how I actually started this translation off. Because it's the energy. What was that word? I keep forgetting it. It's so weird, yo. I keep wanting to say discernment. And this is going with it just from the energy I just picked up. But it's another word that I want to say and I keep freaking forgetting. It's so weird, yo. It's probably going with this energy too, Like, it's not that you forgetting, but you just, I don't know how to explain it. Deceit. That's the word. Boy. Deceit. It's a lot of that going on right now. But it's a confusionish aspect. But it's a faith tester. Because you might have a really, really good job, like you feel like that's the best job you're going to get, or opportunity, or whatever career field you're in. And your faith may have you lose that job. But it is meant to. It's like you graduated, yo. Why are you upset? You gotta go create in a different form. And this form seemed like you may do tarot, you may translate this way, you may do movies. It's some type of form of a way where you're a lighthouse. You are a star aspect. You communicate with the cosmos and stuff. But since that it's like not happening, the world card is in reverse. There's a stop that has to happen to fix things, arrange things. I was actually talking about this energy before as to how is lighthouses not identified as lighthouses? Once again, it's coming off in a form of financially questionable behavior. As into how I'm gonna get all this done, my house and pay my bills and things like that. If I lose my job and just focus on writing a book, because you writing a book, it take time, you really gotta focus. It don't just come overnight. It take months, years to get it done. It is drainful. You literally gotta focus. You can't be investing your time in other areas. Same thing with movies or even what I'm doing. Like you have to focus to be able to receive, to give them what they need. And that's just all in the air right now where it's questionable as to do you follow your faith or do you just stick where you at? But in this aspect of energy, they're going to let you go. You don't want to choose it. The eternal side will do it for you, but you're not gonna think it was the eternal side because you're like, why would you have me lose my job? Why would you have me lose my car or my kids or so whatever the case is? It's beneficial because you need to focus in the best form to help you actually ascend in other people because you're gonna be a lighthouse. If that makes sense. Which I can totally relate to this energy because, oh my God, it's not always the easiest thing. You do lose a lot, yo. Now I talked about that. I feel like I have lost a lot through my faith aspect. Lost my home, my car, my child. But at the end of the day, I would say it's worth it because I'm connected in the most beautifulest way. It's like even when I'm on the other side, I'm still here. Like I'm here, but I'm already thriving on the aspect where people are praying to get to. You know, they speak about, I want to go to heaven. Heaven is here, yo. It's here. Hell is here too. You know, you live it daily, but it's more comforting when you're getting the guidance from the energy that you're saying you hoping to get to. That they give it to you here. This is the energy where they're giving it to you for you to thrive here. Stand out here, not attachment is in reverse. Yeah, you gotta let something go. Once again, it's the first card to come out. I gotta look at this card a little bit more. Something else in here. Do you have a mask on? Just feel like this is it's really like the energy I just explained, honestly. But it's coming like in a mask, removing a mask, showing who you really are. Like you're a lighthouse, but you may be doing, I don't know. I don't want to belittle anybody, say you're just doing like a basic job, you know, flipping burgers or whatever, because like, there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. But you're a whole damn lighthouse, yo. You are a star. They look up in the sky and they see you. But you're here in the physical aspect with them. That's so intriguing. This is beautiful energy, honestly. I was really unsure what this translation was gonna be like, honestly. But I thought it was gonna be a love message, honestly. Most of my energy would be love, about love. This ain't love, this is career, this is finances for sure. This is all finance and career. But it got pain in it for sure. Pain has to come first. Or you may, yeah, it's pain, it's an ending. You're gonna think it's painful. You may totally be like, Faith, what were you doing? You know, you might have been thriving to get to this aspect. Then you just lose it. But I'm getting it in the form of like graduation aspect. Michael, Archangel Michael. What is that? I feel like he's holding a heart in his hand. But it kind of looks like a circle. I'm getting the energy off of this, like, protecting your love. Like, you have protection in your love area. That's intriguing. Like, watching over your loved ones. Or it could be your heart. I gotta look at this some more. This heart catching my attention a lot. Because he's looking out into something. He's looking out in the distance of something, but he's holding a heart. That seems to be really important. Really important. I think that's just what that is. Somebody's watching over your loved ones. Wherever your heart is at, they're watching over it. Which is really comforting to know, honestly. I want a tarot card for that. This card. Where are you looking out? Obstacles. Obstacles. There's going to be protection in your obstacles. And it's based off your love. The enemy is after your love. Boy, oh boy. Not surprising. This is just too strong of a potent of an energy for what they would say the enemy not to attempt to attack to destroy that really quick. It's coming for sure. That's a lot of obstacles. And it's coming in the dark. The Knight of Wands did come out. Obstacles, yeah. But somebody's watching them. You have protection watching over it, but it's obstacles. There's attacks at your love. Well, that could be family aspect or career, as I just was saying. Because you got to choose. But it's like it's not even gonna be a choice. It's just gonna happen. That's the thing. It's just gonna happen. Now, how quickly, I'm not sure, because you're going to be in dwelling energy. How long you stay in dwelling energy is a great question, but however it's going to play out, you're going to recognize the blessing in it, and then you will thrive. Oh, you got Gabriel too? You got angels popping out back to back, yo. You got Gabriel that came out, Archangel Gabriel. And he got this trumpet. That's important. What is this trumpet? Ay, ay, ay. I'm about to place it right in the middle of the Fool card in you in your own way. Guidance. You're getting guidance. Help is coming, and you are ignoring it. And it's coming in a Gabriel form too. That's intriguing. Ay, ay, ay. This trumpet is so important. But I feel like that's the way they send in the message out. It's so loud. There's no way you're not recognizing that you're getting help. Or somebody's trying to get your attention to guide you. That's why I keep feeling the energy as to, you know this. You may just be trying to ignore it. And this blue is catching my attention on his throat. And it's in the surrounding aspect too. It's communication. It's the throat chakra aspect. This communication. It's going to be in a verbal aspect. I just was speaking of love. Love ain't blind. Not speaking of color a lot. Color play a really big important aspect in communication. In this aspect, it's verbal. It's going to be words that stand out in this communication. And it might even be yourself, the way, you have to project what you're receiving. You may be speaking. Enemy, the attack of the enemy is coming for your love. Boy, boy. When they say spiritual warfare, they mean spiritual warfare. But it's nothing but a distraction, honestly, at the end of the day. I feel like it operates in the format. So it is done, yo. It's already done. I already knew you were coming. Hellos. Get you some popcorn. Join if you want to, but don't start playing that footage. That's just how my behavior be, yo. Like, I don't like to walk around in a scary business. Like, it's weird to me personally. But I did speak of before, because that'd be naive, but it's like, I never fail when I just thrive, when I operate on the art of flow. Definitely when I know it's already done, yo. Like, with the world, like, what am I stressing or worried for? It's weird. And this is going with just what I said. You may not choose that direction. You may be dwelling for a long time. You have justice in your hand. Like you have the sword of justice. You're looking back at other things that drop justice. You may be in an area where you're around, or be in a career where faith is not allowed to be part of the conversation, and that's where your attention is at. Even though you are justice, you are meant to speak of that. But they would say the gospel, you're meant to do that. You're meant to bring awareness to things, but your attention ain't there. That's what I say. You know this already. You're ignoring it. And that's why that trumpet is out. You feel it within your damn soul. You know this. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Yeah, I do know. You're gonna figure it out eventually. Because what you're holding on to so dearly is gonna let you go. And it's like you should have chose faith anyway, but you know, hey. Faith is always like, no worries, come on, I think he's gonna have a hard time. That's trustworthy people, or not trustworthy, but loyal people sometimes, you know. Be loyal to the wrong things, you know. But it's the whole fact that you're loyal, you know, so it's okay, let's go. Seriously, I'm getting a joke, but seriously. These luck cards, what is this? Got Knight of Swords. I guess you're in reverse right now. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. You got a spouse. This is spouse energy. I'm moving into the love energy. Hold on. Excited. I'm just joking, but this is what this is. Your spouse is in power. You're not. How intriguing. You're out of power. Your spouse is in power. That's one of those the tables have turned. Page of Cups is in reverse. A lot of cards is in reverse. I need a confirmation for Page of Cups. It's feeling like your foundation is in reverse. Structure form is changing. Your spouse may have been like the bread holder. He loses his job. You're in power. And it's probably in a spiritual aspect, honestly. You can still keep thriving. Because it's the sword. It's the Queen of Swords is justice. And your strength is in reverse. This is intriguing how this is going to play out. I'm pulling a card for the Page of Swords. Your foundation is in reverse. Keep going. There you go, right there. That's in Hangman form, yo. That's so funny. It's restructure. You're building more on the eternal aspect. This is the change, and then the eternal aspect is giving you divine communication. Your spouse probably already got that, and that's how y'all can continue to build. That's so funnily awesome. It's like it's right here. I already gave you the freaking enter. That's so funny. It's the Ace of Pentacles. This will get you to the other side. Right here. It's like an entrance that you get to go through, which is connecting you to the eternal aspect. And the eternal aspect is giving you the ability to be able to do that. That's so awesome. I wonder how a good amount of guys feel about that aspect. Normally, guys, they have a little hard time sometimes, their spouse being in more power than them. There's a lot of cards that came out. How many we get? That was only 2, okay. You got Seeking. You're seeking about your foundation. And the Sun card is in reverse. Somebody not seeing hope. This is unbelieving energy, not seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I already explained this already. You're praying, you receive help, and you're ignoring it, like you're simply ignoring it. This aspect, you're seeking, you're praying, and this image is like they're talking to the moon about their foundation, which is in reverse. You get answers and you ignore it. Ay ay ay. And the sun card is in reverse. It's not obvious. Yeah. Or you feel like it's not obvious. The way the answers are coming through, it's not so clear to you. Or it is. I feel like it is. I'm gonna keep saying it is, but if it's a different frequency as to it's not clear to you right now, it will be clear to you. And it's based off your spouse. Your spouse got the answers. In this aspect, your spouse got the answers. If you don't got the answers, your spouse got the answers. Which is funny because I just talked about that. I think in the translation I just did. Where it's like if you don't know the answers, your spouse should know the answers. Some people don't communicate with their spouse when they are going through things. They just totally attempt to like stay away from them until they figure it out on their own. But it's like, what did you get in that partnership with for if you can't confide in them in important aspects like that? Definitely when it comes to y'all foundation, it's y'all foundation, not just yours. And they got the answers. That's why the tables have turned. Your spouse may always have to confide in you, but now you got to go to your spouse and confide in them, and they got the answers. They're going to have the answers. And that's why it's in reverse. It's not obvious. You're not thinking your spouse got the answer. This would drive me crazy when it comes to... I know we all learning. We all learning, yo. I will be the first to say I learn daily, As soon as I got the answers. As soon as I think I got all the answers, I'll be like, whoa. I didn't know that. Like today, actually, it may say simple to y'all, just like, what's wrong with you? How you didn't know that? But everybody need a fresh upper. Or sometimes you really have to go back and check and make sure you're using words right. I was tweeting actually, an emotion that I had about a movie, or an expression that I had about a movie, because I really resonated with it. And I was saying how people text themselves. See, that's what it was. The word, I didn't know if I should use like the other person, or them, like I was thinking of them as being like themselves, but it's like them came off like in a group form, like it's not them. This is just actually self, but self literally is texting their self like another person. So I had to go and Google the word and figure out the definition to make sure I was using the word right when it came to them or their, when it was referring to self. But self is literally texting self, but self is from a distance, like your partner. You're communicating with your partner, which is a shadow reflection form of you, but it's from a distance. Y'all just energetically, airwavely communicating with each other, but you think you're talking to yourself. You think you're texting yourself, but you're not. You are literally connected to who you're supposed to be connected with. You're just unaware of it, but you're aware of it. I thought that was so amazing. Like, oh my God. That's just beautiful and amazing. Because I know there's a good amount of people that do that, and they just, I don't know what they think they texting. They just enjoy receiving from the eternal side, the invisible world. Because they do see it play out. I do see what I keep notes of, or when I text myself, I do see it play out in my reality. So just enjoying that part. But when you really are communicating with, I want to say your soulmate, who you look in the mirror at, it's your partner. And why are they so loud upstairs? It's just beautiful to me, honestly. I'm quite amazed by that, because I have both aspects. But I literally communicate with a person that is my mate. Which I actually just spoke of that when I was talking about Mazin 2. It's literally facing yourself. You know, and self may really not understand self, or self may really not like self, or, you know, it's just that part of facing yourself, you know, and people never ever get to do that for the most part because they don't believe it or they're just unaware of what's happening, you know. Kind of forgot what I was about to say after that, honestly. What the thing I was talking about. It's just, I really did think that was so beautiful. It is beautiful. And I recognize there is a lot of people that do that. It's just, it's unveiling right now and it's amazing. The level of awarenesses that are happening is amazing. But it's so good because the thriving ability that's about to happen is amazing. I stuck energy. A lot of cards I picked up, but we got stuck energy. What is this? It's also feel like it's go with that ending. This is stuck in justice. But it caught my attention to look over back at this death card. This could be somebody passed away and they're guiding you. They had to die for this level of awareness because they're guiding you. This is stuck in justice. But they're guiding you. It's a blindfolded. It's like they're there, but they're blindfolded. But justice is all around them. It's going with this death energy. The ending. So that's actually beautiful. Either way it go, honestly. Because that is the person that's guiding you. It's like they see what you're missing. They're your blind spot. They can navigate you. That's so beautiful. This energy is so beautiful. It makes me want to cry, but the tears is just chilling in there. It's beautiful. It's ridiculously beautiful. It's almost surreal. Like, unsurreal. Like, oh my God. Life could be a dream. I just was thinking about something like that. I was talking about American Dream. I can't remember exactly what I was thinking about when I said that. Because everybody American Dream make the same, you know. Some people don't even think of America being even part of nowhere in their dream, you know. I can't remember what I said that was about that. Just kind of weird, like, why you just bring it up then? I don't know, but it's relevant in some aspects. Probably just this whole energy. A couple more, then I'm gonna wrap it up. I feel like I got everything out that I needed, honestly. This is just literally following your faith. Your faith gonna lead you right in the right direction, but there is gonna be pain, there's gonna be losses. But it's aspects that's gonna have you bloom. Like, you think you're on track, but I don't want to say you weren't on track. It's just you graduated. You know, like you learned some lessons, and now you start building in a different form. But I also feel an injury too. It went with me watching the news, honestly, and the energy I was getting from them. Pardon me, I forgot what I was saying, honestly. But but turning energies together is intriguing. I forgot what the heck I was saying, yo. I was watching the news. What the heck did I get from the news? I can't freaking remember. That's so weird. The door to personal healing is in reverse. Ay, ay, ay. It's not the way you expect. So I can explain it. You're not gonna expect your happiness to be in a certain place. The door to healing and personal happiness. I feel like also you're going about it in the wrong way. I don't know why it came in my mind, but I feel like you're going about it in the wrong way. But I feel like I actually explained that within this whole translation, honestly, already. Just because your attention's somewhere else, and it's supposed to be in another different direction, and you know it already. But this literally feel like it's gonna be unexpected. This really might be unexpected to you. Like you wouldn't have thought this would have made you happy, or this was your calling, or this would have healed you. You know, like actually brought you comfort. Like you really wouldn't have expected it. And it's right up under put on the brakes. Like it's gonna, you're gonna stumble into your happiness. That's what it feel like. I really want to think for a minute what the heck I was about to say. It kind of irritated me a little bit that I forgot what I was about to say. Man, that's so weird. I'm probably gonna remember too when I go back and watch. Like, oh, that's what the freak it was. But I can't even think off the top of my head what the heck it was. I was watching the news. I can talk about what I was watching on the news. They was talking about some anti stuff, Jews and things of that nature. But all the energy came off as hidden energy, honestly, to me. There's something that they want to stay hidden. But it's like, this ain't the time for that. This is unveiling time. It's like, even if you think you can hide for something for so long, there's only so long you can hide it. You know, that's what it was. Maybe removing you from areas where that's about to get unveiled. It's going to crumble anyway. That structure that you thought was the best, whoever let you go, it was meant for you to move out that way because it's going to crumble anyway. It's like you're not meant to build with them no more because that's going to crumble. And it's about a faith aspect in judgment and all that. That's what it was. I couldn't think, like, how did I forget that? I gotta think because that was really important. And that's what it is. It's removing you before it crumbles. So you can begin to build the way you're supposed to be. Because and that's why you're gonna look back and be happy because you're gonna be thriving while they falling apart. And they thinking that they got the last laugh. Or hurting you, you know, financially because, you know, that was your money aspect. And this definitely is about a faith aspect. Faith is doing this. You know, it's like you have faith all this time, you know, and then judgment come, and you want to deny it or hide it or act like, you know, you ain't a believer. It's gonna take away your foundation. Your structure. So remember, be kind. You are a reflection.